Are you a Dave? Would you like to stop being one? Well, too fucking bad. We're bridges, not miracle workers. But you can at least stop being called a Dave by contributing to this channel via our Patreon. That's right, for only $1 a month, if you want to be a bitch about it, you can stop being called a Dave and get early looks and sneak peeks at upcoming projects. Well, some of you. The Dollar Store patrons only get early access.
Who the fuck ordered a commercial for our Patreon?
Ha ha!
No, seriously, why are we advertising during a one-shot?
Or you can be super badasses like these guys. They help us keep the lights on, hire new editors, and let us do more projects like this one.
Who the fuck are you? And why are you here?
But that's not all. You also get full access to our Discord channel instead of the meager Dave level. And if you want to be a super mega ultra hyper dab on the haters not Dave...
You can't throw random adjectives like that together and call it a sentence!
Ha ha! You wrote it.
And then I deleted it because it hurt my brain to type that crap. Seriously, how did you find it?
They get to know how it all ends and how it's connected. Don't believe me? Ask Angel. He knows the end to LHA and it will blow your mind. A lot like Snoo.
We did tell Angel and that was the reaction.
So if you don't want to be a Dave and actually want that good shit, become a patron and not a cheap $1 whore patron. Become a champagne patron.
We love all of our patrons just for helping out. The amount isn't what matters. Don't listen to his lies!
The link is in the description below, along with the link to our Discord. Did I mention we have a Discord? 'Cause we have a Discord. It's made of real velour.
Okay, this needs to end right now.
And who's gonna stop it, Dave? You?
You know I meant you, right?
And now back to our program. Don't forget to become a patron today.
Okay, so hi everybody. We are live. I know you can only hear me right now. That's because there are mic issues occurring, and we're trying to make sure that gets. Oh, he's not here. Okay. Well, now they can hear you, Walker. Hi, welcome. Eva's not with us today. I'm pretty sure it has something to do with the massive amount of studying she is doing for school. I can't be 100% sure. I have no idea if the episode got posted on the Fat Dog Discord or not. So so we got a lot to talk about today. There are things that needed to happen, but they didn't happen before. Oh well. Such is life. Such is life. Alrighty, how are you guys doing today? Fat doggy. Oh hey, Alan. It's Alan the anime douchebag. I mean, nobody who's like part of the old podcast crew will know that or get that reference, Alan. But we still know it, and we still love to hate you, sort of thing. Yeah. We need a Zap Brannigan tier. You already have it. It's called the Executive Producer, and I already hate it because it's a pun. Besides, you want to get good? Be like Salty Rick. He got the episode for Slime 3 yesterday because he's an executive producer. And if he wanted to check out the episode in any stage of its development, he could have. Because executive producers, because I will only call them the pun word once, but the executive I did not replace you with my mom, Alan. That's not how that goes. My mom's not an anime douchebag. You shut the hell up. If you guys don't get what he's saying, really quickly, on my channel, God, I didn't want to plug my channel, but now I have to explain what the fuck you're talking about. On my channel, I recently did reactions with my mom. She reacted to My Hero Academia, Dr. Stone, and Your Name. And I sort of have the reactions on there. It's essentially on YouTube, to avoid copyright, it's just the intro and then the after we've watched the episode discussions. But there is a link below to where you can go check them out on Mega. Now, you have to have a Mega account to view them, but making a Mega account is free. So, I mean, it's not the end of your day. And I made them free on my Patreon as well, or I made them public on my Patreon, so you should be able to watch them from there as well. Like Zoinks Gaming is the name of the channel. There, I've plugged that. Walker, plug your shit, because now I feel dirty if I had to plug my stuff and you and the other people that are on here could not plug theirs. So plug away, sir. You run the Dungeons and Demon Slayers on the Fat Dog Gaming. There's a secondary DM? Yeah, I was gonna say, you're like, I'm the main DM. Dude, you're the only DM. You only use the term main DM if there's a secondary DM. And I'm like, wait, what? There's a secondary DM. Also, your mic sounds a lot better now, Fel. Yeah, we can hear you clearly. You sound like a person. Yeah, we kind of sort of explained that. Yeah, but they couldn't hear that, so it didn't matter. I already told them that. We're ahead of you on this one. All right, Walker, you're also Krusty-sama. And old Rieger. Old Rieger. I just imagine him announcing himself, Old Rieger. Like the old is the big part of that. It's like you can hear Old Rieger. So if you'd like to hear more of him as Old Regard, stick around. Thursday, we're going to be debuting episode 3 of Slime. If you have not seen the video, you should watch the video. It's only like 39 something seconds, straight to the point. We have music. It's nice. And the music we used was free to play. So, or not free to play, but royalty free. Yes. And actually, I just finished downloading the episode so I can make sure everything was properly set up and we were ready to go with some shit. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, yeah, y'all's quiet as fuck. Oh, that's right, I had to turn my desktop audio down because it was so loud last time that I did stuff. I don't know specifically. Alright, so they should be heard better now. Say words, Walker. There we go. Now you. No, you killed the joke. You killed the joke. You are under arrest, and we are putting you on trial for joke killing. We're putting you on try. Wow. On trial? We're putting you on trial for joke murder. Guilty. So anyway, executive producers get access to not only the servers where we work on Log Horizon and Slime, Log Horizon Abridged and Slime Abridged, but they also get access to something even the actors don't get access to. Our executive producers get access to the editor and director sections of those servers. So they actually see not just the communications between us, but every time there's an update of like, hey, this is what it's going to look like visually with all the flaps and everything put to it, they can literally watch the episode being made step by step if they want. And that is the executive producer, which is the... Oh, God, I hate you so much for the puns, Tony. Hate you. Yeah, I call it executive producer, but the tier is called executive producer. Yeah, so when I'm referring to the tier, I have to say the pun. So, okay, I rewinded. Only Walker could self promote. That's true. Yeah. All right. So here's the thing. Fel, go ahead and plug yourself, because I had to explain something, and in order to explain something, I had to plug myself. I had to explain why it was that Alan was talking about, like, I replaced him with my mom. And I was like, no, I did reaction videos with my mom. I didn't replace anybody with anybody. So I had to explain the reaction videos. So now it's your turn. Plug away. I mean, it's not out yet, so... Yeah, Vlaire is back. We don't know what that weird-ass thing was about. Yeah, it was a thing. For what? From what? Oh, that's... I don't know if we're playing it or not. I don't know what the deal is. I'm trying to take everything one day at a time. And today was kind of a bust. Okay, I should probably get that taken care of too. Alright, let's start with that. Okay. Okay, guys, so for the first time in a minute, we this one I'll blame on Phil. Melissa Medina was out there saying that she does guests on podcasts and stuff. She's looking to do guest spots for podcasts and things like that. I don't know what booking stuff would be, but if you want to... So we may DM her. I literally go, what if we just want to nerd out on a live show? And she's like, totally cool with that. So there we go. We may have guests on the podcast at some point. Huzzah. I'm sorry, there's a lot going on this week. So if I seem like I've had any sort of excitement whatsoever sucked out of me, it's because I've had the life drained out of me today. It's been a day. All right. A few moments later. I don't know why. You should be able to hear them. That makes... Hold on. Yeah, I can hear that there's an issue going on. Like, I have no idea why it is that... No, you're not turned down on Discord, and I hear you guys clearly. Let me... Oh, I think I might know why. Bam. Alright, why don't you guys talk?
All right, so
hello.
how about we get to some of the new stuff?
Hang on. I'm saying, why don't you guys talk, as in, like, I need to check the audio. All right, one more time. Why don't you guys talk? You guys talk, as in, like, I need to check the audio.
Hello and welcome to
Why don't you guys talk?
Talk Show. We do the anime that you requested.
Okay, yay, fixed it. Okay, cool. I know why now. It's because the setup was still set to my TV rather than my headphones. As soon as I moved the setup to my headphones, suddenly you guys can be heard. And I'm like, whoa.
Huzzah!
Voices in my head. He sounds like... Okay, so now you guys have to plug yourselves all over again.
Okay. Walker, you go first.
Since he was first initially.
My name is WalkmaniaXE. You can find me there on Twitter at WalkmaniaXE. Additionally, you can find me as Krusty in Log Horizon Abridged, Old Regard in Slime Abridged, and I am the DM for the Dungeons and Demon Slayers on Fat Dog Gaming. It is our Demon Slayer tabletop RPG. It is super fun. We have crazy shenanigans on and off all the time.
They're not
There's
always
no
crazy,
stopping the
but
train.
there's always shenanigans.
Indeed.
Yep.
And lastly, I have a YouTube channel. It's WalkmaniaXE. There you can find my main D&D campaigns that I run for my other games. I got 2 of them running right now, Legends of Stone Harbor and Platinum Watch. And then there's a third campaign that I'm a player in, which is The Lost Tales of Ardaith.
Okay, Phil, your turn.
All right, so like I said, if you guys want to follow me with all sorts of Twitter stuff, gaming stuff, and all that, follow me at Fel the VA. Obviously, get excited for Slime Episode 3 coming out this Thursday, so head over to our Vlare to watch episodes 1 and 2, since Vlare is now working again.
And make sure to head over to our Twitch account so you can check it live. We're going to be showing it twice live.
Premiere.
We're going to be showing it twice live at 6 p.m. Central Time, which is an hour before PDW. And we'll be joined by cast and crew, and we'll be doing one viewing immediately, doing a little Q&A stuff, and then showing it once more, and moving on through. Yeah, Nuke and Salty would know. They are both executive producers, so they have already seen it. They saw it last night, or it was at least available to them to see last night. I don't know when, but I think it became available for our Maximum Overdogs today. I don't know specifically what time. Tomorrow it comes out for our Fat Dogs, and then on Wednesday it should be available to all of our patrons, regardless of tier. But we are staggering our tiers for the higher levels because, you know, if you're gonna shell out that kind of money, we need to reward you guys as much as possible. And, you know, getting stuff a bit earlier than everybody else is just another way that we do that. And then it publicly comes out on Thursday. Now, we have plugged ourselves. Who are we? Well, we are fucking anime and stuff. That's who we are. And we're here to talk about a lot of anime and stuff. There's a lot of anime and stuff. Some of this we're going to go over kind of quickly because it's very old news. And some of it we might sit and talk about for a while. Alrighty. The first one, this is kind of me rolling my eyes at Twitter once again. And we did kind of talk about this but not on this show. My Hero Academia's Horikoshi was targeted by Twitter outrage mob once again, and this time Shonen Jump had to get involved, and it was over the naming of one of the characters. I'm not going to go too specific into it, but essentially one of the villains was named after a character in real life that, if I understand right, he was a World War II doctor who did some really terrible experiments on people.
Yes.
Yes.
And that was the most recent outrage. There was also a petition over the tickle scene with Bubble Girl, which really, and saying that people are saying that they truly despise anime girls, or that Horikoshi does, or Shonen Jump does, and it's like, get a fucking life. Stop bringing your woke bullshit into one of the rare forms of entertainment that politics doesn't jump into. Doesn't have to be that way. And I trust what I say. I'm not saying this as somebody who's like anti-women, but like this just feels like gender baiting bullshit. I mean, first off, it's a shonen series, and literally y'all made Horikoshi, like these people made Horikoshi cry. I'm not gonna say y'all, but
People.
some people. There's a giant effing thread. Hashtag apologize Horikoshi. And this person, like, that's way too much shit on Twitter. I made a joke on Twitter recently and I got shit for it. But
Twitter's the new fucking Tumblr.
Twitter's the new Facebook. That's what that is. It's just without the ads, thank God. All that shit is about this one topic. It's ridiculous. I don't have much else to say about this other than if you don't like the things in the man's story, no one's forcing you to read it. No one's forcing you to watch it. Go do something else. Change the channel. Live your life. You do you. No one's putting a gun to your head and telling you to watch My Hero Academia or Boku no Hero Academia for you weebs out there that will criticize me for saying the fucking translated name. Sick and tired of this bullshit. Anybody else? Because it's just gonna be me yelling at a group of people, and that's probably not good for the show.
All I can say is I think the outrage is a little.
It's getting much. Shonen Jump resolved the name of the villain thing, and they changed it. And Horikoshi was like, okay, that's kind of a legitimate criticism. Let's change it. So I'm kind of on board with that once I actually learned about it. But some of the other stuff that they had like an outrage mob about, like that made me sick. And I'm like, I miss the days of anime.
If we're talking about the
just being
birthday,
anime.
I think that was the dumbest one.
The tickle scene, I think that was stupid.
No,
like,
they also got mad over one of the characters having a birthday related to like Hitler or something. Just the date.
But
oh my God, people! Some people were born on the same day as other people out there in the world because that's how fucking life works.
yeah, I mean, like, had I been born a day earlier, it'd be 420, and that would be kind of weird. But it's what it is. You don't hear me complaining about it all the time. Be like, man, I could be born on the day when I get to smoke weed a bunch.
Every day's 420 if you've got the right stuff.
Fair.
Yeah. So this is just one of those stories that's like, okay, well, fuck it. I'm out. I'm moving to Mars.
Well, let's talk about a much happier note.
There's not a lot of happy notes. Not this
Well,
time around.
Well, I was going to
But
talk
we can
about,
move on to our next topic.
Well, that was my happy note.
The next
happy
topic
note was
was
moving on.
happy note.
Our next topic, our happy note was moving on to a series about one of the sourest main characters possible. All right.
Well,
Netflix's
Season 3 of
Castlevania
Castlevania.
Season 3 release date set for March 5th. So that's coming up in 3 days, guys. 3 effing days. And while that's really cool, Ori and the Blind Forest is coming out next Wednesday. Not Blind Forest. Ori and the Will of the Wisps is coming out next Wednesday. I'm super pumped for that. And while we're on the topic of gaming, just because I snuck it in there, has anybody actually downloaded the Final Fantasy VII Remake demo? If so, have you played it, and what did you think of it so far? Let us know in the comments. All right, so we're getting a third season. I'm not big on, like, I didn't grow up with Castlevania in the same way that a lot of people probably did. I know about it, but I never really played it, so it didn't really strike a big chord with me that I was like, I was just like, oh, cool. This video game's getting an anime, and then I watched the first 2 seasons, and I was like, that's really cool. And then I heard a third season, and I was like, okay, what are they going to do now? Dracula's dead. I kind of liked it as just a solo story, but that's just me. I'm going into this kind of skeptical, and I apologize. It's not next month. It's 3 freaking days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm leaving this one up to you guys because I have no real opinion. I'm very skeptical.
I was talking about Castlevania. I'm excited. Honestly, the animation for the show is exciting, and on top of that, with the news that it's supposed to tie into them starting a kind of a bootleg universe, that they're looking at adding Devil May Cry animated in this style.
Oh dear God. Okay.
Oh, you didn't know that?
Oh,
Well,
you're talking about the FF7 remake. Okay, gotcha, Jared. Gotcha. You said
and then
it's glorious. Okay.
Yeah.
All
So
right. Sorry, apologies. It's been a day. I'm not yawning because this is boring. It's just
no. I understand. Hey, no. I completely understand that.
We all know Transylvania when it comes to Dracula. Blah blah blah. Oops, my bad. The Hotel Transylvania.
I think it's interesting. I do think it's a little weird that they, what is it? It's based. I know that this third season's based on one of the game that didn't have Dracula as the central antagonist.
Is Alucard the antagonist this time? Because that's gonna be
no.
That's gonna make me mad.
It's Carmilla.
Okay,
Carmella.
no, that makes sense. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You just really hope they finally write Grant's character in. Okay, well, I mean, who knows? I mean, this is technically gaming territory, and we've got a whole lot of gaming stuff coming up.
Oh yeah.
Anything else you guys are looking forward to in this, or should we move on?
I'm interested in seeing how they're going to do it, because with just how Devil May Cry tends to run, I'm interested in seeing if they're going to be trying to loop it in via actually Dante and Virgil, since they have a very extended lifespan, or if they're actually going to be touching on Sparta. Because in all the games, we haven't really seen a lot of the father. We just get told of the deeds and kind of the general history. But if we actually get to see some new canon for the character Sparta, I am all about it.
So maybe it's because I grew up kind of old school. I only played the first Devil May Cry, and I don't remember much story in there. When did they start putting story in Devil May Cry?
Devil May Cry 3.
Okay, because I remember playing 1 and 2, and there was no story, and I was like, this is just the same shit over and over, and it's not even that fun.
3 is definitely the.
I think I played 1 and 2, and then by the time there was another one, I was just like, yeah, I'm done playing these games.
3.
You fooled me with the second one into thinking that maybe there'd be something different, and aside from updated graphics and some more cool sweet moves or whatever, there really wasn't much there, and I was just like, I'd rather spend my money on better things. So I did not touch the DMC franchise, and now no one I know that has played DMC 5 will shut up about it. And I'm like, okay. What? And they're like, oh, but the story's so... And I'm like, wait, well, hold on. When did they put story in Devil May Cry? Has been my main thing for a while.
3. 3 is what...
3 gets the most lore. 1 has some things in some cutscenes, but it doesn't do a lot. 2 has
to be fair,
nothing.
Jack, to be fair, I get people having never played Devil May Cry as well. But from the sounds of it, go ahead and skip the first 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, as bad as it sounds, you can skip 2. If you had to skip you can play 1 a little bit, but play 3 first.
But there's no story in any of it.
I mean, if you want to run it canonically, play 3, then 1, then 2, then 4, then 5.
Jesus
Yeah.
fucking Christ. This is a goddamn nightmare. Okay.
I didn't make the games, man.
Yeah, no.
Fucking
But-
Capcom, please.
Actually, this is what's interesting. Recently, and I forgot to post this as an article because I really couldn't find any links.
That's
There
okay.
was a conference with
We've
Platinum
got way
Games.
too many fucking stories this time around. We got 11 stories to cover.
I know. I'm gonna do this fast. Walker, you said you were interested in like, oh, what if they did a new Devil May Cry with Sparta? That is something that the creator of Devil May Cry was actually interested in doing. Code Devil May Cry 0.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that's interesting.
This has been the
but-
Devil May Cry hour, but now we got to move on.
This is the Devil
Yeah,
May
we're gonna
Cry
move
hour,
on
but
to
now
the
we gotta
next thing.
but now we gotta talk about how horrible Bioware is lately. You know that shit.
We're relating to that. Okay.
Oh.
Oh yeah. Hey
Oh.
guys, they're redoing Anthem because no one cared.
Well,
Yeah.
EA's pushing them to redo Anthem.
Okay. Sweet life of Dio Brando. I'm just gonna say this real quickly. Don't give me bad news like that. I don't need to hear the bad news that's happening in April. I'm already well aware that it's coming, and I'm like, yeah. Also, Decaf, nothing.
Yeah.
Wait. Are you Decaf? When you're saying nothing compared to Kingdom Hearts, are you talking about 1 and 2, or are you talking about 3? Because if you're talking about Kingdom Hearts 3, that was a travesty. Compared to 1 and 2, that was a fucking travesty. And yes, I will also agree if you're trying to say that Kingdom Hearts' convoluted story is all over the effing place. You are not wrong on that. But if you're just trying to say Kingdom Hearts is the be-all, end-all, I'm like, nah, bro. There's been so much... Like, in just one game, and I will forever say this, The Last of Us had a better story than any franchise out there. To include Final Fantasy. Yes, I will be that one person standing on the lonely mountain. I will be that one person just proclaiming that I think The Last of Us had a better story than Final Fantasy 7, Final Fantasy 10, Final Fantasy whatever. I mean, it definitely had a better one than Final Fantasy 14, 15, 13, you know, basically anything from 11 up. It's beating the shit out of them. Anyway, and clearly it had a better story than Anthem. No, the convoluted thing about Kingdom Hearts, I got headaches fixing that timeline in my head. Yeah, no shit. All right, so let's...
What do you mean fixing?
Yeah, right?
No amount of duct tape is gonna fix that.
All right, back to Anthem, which is also that's also a statement about Anthem. No amount of duct tape is gonna fix that.
Well, yeah, I mean, look, to quote one of my favorite lines that I have heard in recent days, people ask me, what do you think about Anthem? And I just like to quote Geralt of Rivia, it's like ordering a pie to find out it has no filling.
Right? Also, Salty, you can't stand on the adjacent mountain. It's called the Lonely Mountain for the reason. There's only one, and you don't get to come on my mountain.
Yeah, stay out of his Erebor.
Final Fantasy 12 is just a Star Wars parody. Oh god. You're not necessarily
which episode?
wrong. You're not necessarily wrong. I hereby state that Balthier is Han Solo. Straight out.
Oh my god.
Because he's the leading man.
True facts.
Balthier was the best thing about fucking Final Fantasy 12. And then second only to, he is the best thing, and the second best thing was Fran. Because goddamn Bunny Girl. Yes.
So if you... Oh, never mind. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah. All right. So we keep getting off topic, but that's because I don't think any of us really want to talk about Anthem.
No, we don't.
No.
I mean, I will say this. As someone who has supported BioWare for years and
Yeah.
loves their content, I did not give a single shit about Anthem.
I cannot wait for the anniversary edition of Mass Effect 1 to come out on like the higher systems.
I can't. I'm still waiting on goddamn Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic one on higher systems.
They need an anniversary edition of Mass Effect 1. I'm just saying, you know. I have no hope for the Star Wars games because Lucasfilm is what Lucasfilm is right now, and they're in the middle
But
of going
Star
through...
Wars The Old Republic is so good.
Yeah, but Lucasfilm runs that, so it doesn't matter. You like EA, EA, BioWare.
Look, it's
can't do
all
shit.
Legends content.
No,
That's all we have to
Here's the thing: EA and BioWare can't do shit with Knights of the Old with KOTOR without the approval of Lucasfilm. And it's from the sound of things in the last week or so, it seems like they're going through some major changes over there, and the person that's going to be running things over at Lucasfilm may not be the same person in a few weeks or months. It may be somebody different. I didn't want to bring all my Star Wars nerdiness into here, but with the shift from one Bob to the other, from Disney changing places, trading off CEOs, the word is that Disney is shutting shit, is putting its foot down with certain people over at Lucasfilm, and they're saying, here's what's happening, and they're going with some of the ideas that they had to try and save Luke Skywalker. Rumor is Luke Skywalker will be making an appearance or at least being referenced strongly in Season 2 of The Mandalorian, and possibly making an appearance in Season 3, which has officially been greenlit. Welcome to the Let's Talk About Anything But Anthem Hour.
Yeah. Hey. Speaking of
So
Disney-
if y'all do like BioWare, go play Star Wars: The Old Republic, the MMO. It's good, and it's not Anthem.
It's good, but it's not KOTOR good. I still say Knights is better than just Old Republic.
How far? Okay, which character did you play and how far?
I haven't played nearly enough, and I'm sorry. I realize that I'm being blinded by nostalgia, but you got to realize KOTOR is the entire reason I got an Xbox. Like the
No, I
original
understand. Like
Xbox, yeah.
that's why I'm saying, like, with the new changes that they put, like I talked about last week.
I haven't played it in a year, dude.
It's gotten better.
Okay, well, I still stand by my stance that I think Knights of the Old Republic is better than just the Old Republic. And that's also a personal preference because I prefer non-MMOs to my RPG.
No, I understand.
Yeah. I'm just not that generation that grew up on MMOs. Like, well, I mean, I am technically part of that generation.
I was about to say World of Warcraft.
No, bro, it wasn't World of Warcraft, It was EverQuest. My generation grew up with EverQuest. 5 years later is the generation, like if we're going by gaming, the people that are 5 to 7 years younger than me are the WoW crowd. It was EverQuest and EverQuest 2, buddy. Let me tell you, none of my battle buddies would shut the hell up about it because we were all a bunch of nerds. If you join the military, go into Commo. That's where all the nerds are. I'm not joking. Potatoes.
So, I mean, as much as see, I haven't played Knights of the Old Republic, so I can't really say anything.
Sin and blasphemy.
Somebody get him Knights of the Old Republic.
I have it on
is it
Xbox
available
Marketplace.
On PC? Is it available on PC?
Yes, it is. You just need to be
Rick, we need to get him KOTOR for the PC.
Yeah, like it's on Steam.
God damn it, guys!
Also, if you would like to see some amazing Halo shenanigans, we've got some really interesting Halo Reach mods that we want to try out and see if they work, because holy fucking shit. So if some of you guys end up getting the Master Chief Collection for PC, you are more than welcome to join us on these insane mods where you can have literally tons of people on there. Easily well over 16 people.
Yeah, as much as I'm speaking blasphemy, like, yeah, I mean, I see the thing is, like, I kind of want to talk Star Wars, so can we talk about the
I do kind of want to talk Star Wars too, so all right, let's move on. So Disney is saying exclusive, Disney may bring back Rick Moranis out of retirement for Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Dude, could we have brought him back for Ghostbusters effing 3? Which, hey, only a couple of months away. I'm really looking forward to it. I need another trailer soon. I'm just saying. If this is cool, I mean, if this happens, it's cool. It'd be nice to have Rick Moranis back in acting. But, I mean, I really don't. I'm not down with needing another fucking. I don't need a Honey, I Shrunk the Kids reboot in my life. I just really don't. So, while I like the idea of Rick coming back, I would have loved it if it had been for Ghostbusters 3 and not Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. So that's my personal thing. Yeah. This is a cover for Ghostbusters Afterlife. Hey, maybe it is. If that's the case, I'm really looking forward to it. Anybody else? What are your thoughts? Did any of you guys see Honey, I Shrunk the Kids? I feel like that's such an old movie. I have to ask.
It's been years.
Yes, it's been a long time though.
Yeah. I grew up with
that movie. Well, technically, that one and the sequel, which was like it's where they shrunk themselves, right? Both of those just cemented my fear of like small insects being pieces of shit.
Oh, yeah.
So I just
ants are assholes.
I watched them once, and I was like, nope. I'm like, ants, cockroaches, no.
And then you saw Ant-Man, and everything was forgiven.
Except for cockroaches. Those little bastards are still out there.
That's exactly the sort of nostalgia fodder Disney would capitalize on. We'll put the originals on Disney Plus and leave it fucking be. Continue to make money off of the old properties. People will buy nostalgia. That's all I'm saying. All right. I don't think I need another reboot. Do you guys think this needs a reboot?
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids? I don't know.
Not really.
I feel like most people are either like, or nah.
I feel like its story was told.
Yeah, I feel like at this point people are not really needing this. It's like the only thing I really remember is that creepy ass statue. I mean, there's a lot of creepy ass.
I remember
statues.
the ant scene.
I remember them only almost getting eaten by their dad in a bowl full of Cheerios.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think we're done with that. Let's talk about something that's actually really cool and really fun and was a lot of fun to talk about and was a lot of fun to be a part of.
Ooh.
Spoilers right now if you haven't seen it. Well, no, actually, I don't think there's any spoilers in this. Box office, Sonic the Hedgehog races past the competition. I know we're behind, but guys, holy shit. Wow. Sonic the Hedgehog took first place on the most the highest grossing video game film, live action video game film in its opening weekend. It by 4 million, only 4 million, but by 4 million beat out Detective Pikachu. So, holy shit.
Hell yeah.
So, okay, so
who's seen it out of the three of us?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, I went and saw it. Yeah, even I went and saw it.
Oh, just to be clear, guys, just as an update, just for the Sonic, it has earned from this weekend another 16.48 million in its third weekend.
But you didn't answer the question, Fel.
Oh, I wanted to see it twice, motherfucker.
Oh, okay. I was fixing to say, God damn it.
This man supported the official release.
You're goddamn right we did. Dude, okay, so Eva and I went to, there's a theater that the two of us went to that I want to go, like, if we actually show up for Anime Fest in August, I want to go to this theater with you guys.
Is it the Alamo?
No. The theater tickets are pretty cheap, but that's mostly because they make their money off the food. Like they have those nice little leather seats, and you can literally order a full meal and eat it while watching your movie. And it was fucking fantastic. And I was like, I mean, I don't know about the food, but the movie was fucking fantastic, and that's the best thing. We're not gonna try and spoil it for everybody. I'm just gonna say, if there's even talk of a sequel for Sonic right now, the answer is yes. Yes, please. Right the fuck now.
Actually, there has already been talk.
Yes.
Yes.
Guess
now.
Am I allowed to talk about it?
There's no. No, we're not allowed
it's
to talk
not
about.
Spoily. It's not spoily.
So all I need to know. All I need to know is Jim Carrey coming back to reprise Robotnik or Eggman?
I think from what what Jim Carrey has stated before, he would be interested in resuming.
Yes! Then I'm 100% down for this motherfucking sequel.
But
let's do this, bitches.
The character that they're in talks is what's more interesting.
Is it was it one of the characters that was alluded to at the very beginning of the film with Baby Sonic?
Yes.
Yeah. All right, cool. We're not going to say anything other than that, and it's at the very beginning of the film, so it's not spoiler. No, you cannot.
Okay. I'll tell you after then.
Yeah. I don't want to spoil anything for anybody at all. So we're just gonna keep it. We're just gonna keep it to ourselves.
I mean, it's not us.
We're basically just celebrating the fact that Sonic has raked in so much money and it was a good fucking movie. And I seriously hope that all the people that worked on the redesign were able to find new jobs and that those jobs pay well. Because they did a phenomenal job on this movie.
Yes.
So the one thing I was going to also say is, on a different note, just since I want to talk a little Sonic.
Okay.
I thought the movie was good.
Jared has a really good question here
It's not.
Oh, Calvin says no spoilers, Phil. And all
It was not. It's not technically a spoiler.
All right. Anyway,
He was just gonna talk. He was just gonna talk acting lists.
All right.
Calvin.
Who's the actor?
The Rock.
I don't see that. No, I'm not. Yeah. No, not for him. That doesn't quite compute in my head. I can think of characters. I can think of characters that The Rock could portray in a Sonic universe, but no, he's not one of them. And this isn't spoilers or speculation. Like, literally, the Knuckles tribe shows up at the very, like, the opening credits haven't even really rolled. And it's just kind of a minor background thing. Guys, he's talking about Knuckles. That's what we figured. And that's not majorly a spoiler. That's not majorly a spoiler because we're not even 100% sure that Knuckles is coming back. So it's all speculation right here.
Yeah.
So
it's not even 100%.
So I just don't see The Rock as Knuckles. I just don't.
If there were one character I could see The Rock as, he would have to really work.
I can see him as the Gator.
Yes.
Either Victor or Biggs.
Yeah.
I could see him as Biggs, but he would have to really get into the role.
Now, here's a question. Which one came first? Was it Metal Sonic or Shadow? Which one was first?
I think it was Metal Sonic.
Metal Sonic would have came first. Shadow was introduced later because I think Metal Sonic showed up in Sonic the Hedgehog 2, and Shadow didn't show up till the third one.
But I think, oh man, who would you like to? Okay, so here's what I want to do instead. Let's start putting down a dream team of who we would like to voice the other Sonic characters outside of Tails. Tails is off limits.
Yeah, off limits.
Okay,
there's a reason he's off limits, but we're not doing spoilers.
Question. If we're going to be like who we would want to voice to other things, are we opening up to the Freedom Fighters as well?
Yeah, like Amy and Rogue and all that, or Rouge.
Yeah, no, I mean like Sally or Bunny and God, what the fuck is his name?
Ooh, Danny
Sword.
Pudi would be really good as Knuckles. I think that'd be true. I mean, to be fair, Ben Schwartz and Danny Pudi already worked together on the DuckTales universe, so they're
that is true.
Why would Metal why would people
against Metal Sonic David Tennant? Are you literally just grabbing the DuckTales voice actors and throwing them into the world of Sonic?
Yeah,
Is that what's happening
I
here?
wouldn't.
I feel like that's what you're doing, Decaf.
Yeah.
Besides, I feel like if anyone were to,
David Tennant, I do like him as a voice actor, but no way he's fucking Metal Sonic.
No.
no way.
No way is Metal Sonic. I'm sorry, no.
Also,
can we just there needs to be a fucking, if Knuckles shows up in the second episode, at the second movie, there needs to be a Uganda Knuckles reference just to satisfy the memedom.
Do you know the way?
No. He doesn't have to say it like that. But at one part, there has to be a moment because they had so many guys. If you haven't seen Sonic, go see Sonic. There's so many good references in there. I know that they won't. Like, of course, there's a moment where Sonic says, "Gotta go fast." So if you think there's a moment where Knuckles is like, seriously, he looks at Sonic, "Do you know the way?"
They could even like it wouldn't even be hard. They'd be like, all right, this is where we're going. Look, do you even know where we're going? Yes, I know the way. Do you know the way? Yes.
I just like the idea that the Knuckles tribe shows up and they all start clicking their tongues.
Oh my God.
Damn it.
All right. Different note. On this, okay, so going back, David Tennant. If I was to cast him in something in the Sonic series,
I love that we're just wish casting at this point. It's beautiful.
Fuck. I actually want him to be like.
Scarlett Johansson as Rouge. Rouge the Bat. You know, I'm more going with. I would like Jamie Chung to be the voice actress for Rouge.
Yeah.
Yes.
What about Amy?
She's done some voice stuff, and I can't remember specifically what it was, but I was like really surprised when I saw it. But as much as you guys are gonna hate me for bringing this up, because I know for some it's still an open wound, but I gotta throw some salt in it and disinfect that son of a bitch every once in a while. She played Chi-Chi in DB Evolution. Yeah, but that doesn't make her a bad actress because she was in one shitty movie.
No. Actually, that leads to
at least they cast an Asian for Chi-Chi.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. David Tennant as Biggs,
I would not. No.
No. I'm trying to think of what character would work. I
For
kind of
Biggs?
No. For David Tennant.
Oh, for David Tennant?
I mean, honestly, I
say
would
one
have
of
said Robotnik, but Jim Carrey already nailed that one.
Yeah, I know. I mean, that's the issue.
I don't see another version of that. Sorry, I just don't.
Yeah, no.
Okay, you know what? No, I do think of a character I would do for David Tennant, but it would require another casting. So if anyone has seen the show or even read the comics for Sonic, Robotnik has two main badniks that serve him directly. They're like his lieutenants.
Oh, the chicken!
I would love David Tennant and Matt Smith to do the badniks. That would complete me.
They had okay. By the way, there was an Easter egg to that. If you missed it, there's a moment where he's going over a bunch of buttons and switches, and one of them actually says "badniks."
And I know one of them that I found funny. I was laughing with my buddy Tyler about it. Was one of the switches in his breaker is actually labeled "Evil Lab."
Yes.
And I found it hilarious that Robotnik had a concept of morality.
Yes.
And saw himself as evil.
Scratch and Grounder. Yes. I want to see Matt Smith and fucking David Tennant as Scratch and Grounder. Yes, please. Please make this a thing.
This is not a spoiler because it's been shown.
I love the fucking old cartoon.
I love the assistant to Eggman in the movie. I love.
Yeah, he was so
Agent
good.
Stone.
He was so good. You left yourself open. I was like, man, they played off of each other so well.
You want to know something I found out? He actually has a first name.
Oh.
It's actually a Easter egg to the original comics.
Okay.
His first name is Snivy.
Oh, so funny enough. So here's my next question: if say Sonic 1 was all about the rings, do you think Sonic 2 is going to be, since like there's discussion of Knuckles? Does that mean we're gonna start talking about the Chaos Emeralds and
I would.
Oh,
think so.
please, let's get into the Emerald Wars.
My main thing in the next movie, and I did like the live action cast was not bad. Jim Carrey has to fucking stay.
Yeah, Jim Carrey has to stay. If they're world traveling, I don't know if we could bring the humans along this time.
I think honestly, I would prefer if we almost went back to Sonic's. I think they need to we
need to go back to Green Hill Zone. Also, how awesome is it that the place that Sonic ended up was actually called Green Hills?
I loved it. My biggest complaint: it needed more music. It needed more Green Hill.
I'm just gonna get this out of the way. It's not really spoiler. There's no spoiler given here, but the MVP of that entire movie was the damn turtle.
Yeah.
MVP was turtle.
If they were to Shadow Road is asking us, here's a real question: which way would they go, Sally or Amy? I think Amy.
I think Amy too.
This is based more closely on the games.
Yep.
Than the comics.
Also, what's really funny is they like showed hints of him going supersonic, but he didn't go supersonic. And I think he has to have 100 rings to go supersonic, if I'm remembering right, from Sonic 2. But I'm wondering if they're gonna make, because when he goes supersonic, that's basically like Super Saiyan, right?
Also, I do love the
'Cause he
fact
goes
that
golden.
they explain how Eggman is able to run as fast as fucking Sonic.
Yes. Because he's using, yeah. All right, Sonic 3 Unleashed. Oh my goodness. All right,
I hope
guys. We'll be on this forever if we keep on this train of thought.
Yeah.
Last thoughts about Sonic 1 and no Sonic 2 discussion. Last thoughts about Sonic 1.
If you haven't seen the movie, go see the movie. Honestly, I
that's
went to see
exactly
it
what I was
twice.
gonna go see. Yeah.
My only complaint I wish it didn't play it safe, but for a kids movie, it's actually one of the best kids movies I've seen in ages.
So many grown-ups had a lot of fun watching this. What was great about watching this movie was you heard adults and kids laughing at a lot of the same jokes.
Did you guys hear the hipster joke? Did anyone get the reference to that?
Which hipster joke?
We don't like your kind around here. What kind is that, buddy? Hipsters.
Ah! Is that
Any
toilet
of
paper
you
guy?
If you guys have seen Black Nerd Comedy,
I'm gonna say this right now. I kind of wish instead of a bear head, I just needed a little anime validation. Instead of a bear head, had it been a boar's head, I'd have been like Inosuke.
I would allow. I actually, if they had like any other animal from like Sonic, they put like a fucking put the cat head on.
Okay, Jared, if there was a live action video game that needs to be redone, which one would you like to be done? Super Mario Brothers. If I'm gonna be honest, Prince of Persia wasn't like too far off
actually
from the
was not
actual
bad.
game. Yeah,
It
that was actually
not
pretty
bad.
good. They changed some stuff, but like not
thought it was good.
majorly. Not yeah, that's one of the few good ones that's out there, believe it or not. Prince of Persia was actually pretty well done. Yes, Jake Gyllenhaal is not Persian. We get it.
The live action video game movie that I would like to be redone, Doom.
See, I'm done with Super Mario Brothers. Love Bob Hoskins to death. Like a lot of the actors that were in there was great, but it was a shit script. Absolutely terrible movie. Redo
What about you, Walker?
the Mario Brothers. What about you, Walker?
Well, that actually is being redone anyway.
No, I'm scared.
As an animated movie, though.
Okay, I have a little more hope. All right,
being
Walker, go for it.
overseen by Nintendo.
I want to feel bad about this because I'm a basic bitch. I would like to see the Assassin's Creed movie redone. I liked the parts where it was in the past because it was, very nicely done, but it just didn't feel cohesive.
I didn't go see it because I
love
the game.
The present day plot felt incoherent, and the past the times they were in the past just didn't feel as like they chose a really shit time in history. They chose the Spanish Inquisition, but they just chose like
bet no one expected that.
I don't know. It didn't come off the way it should have, in my opinion.
Right.
Like I feel like it should have.
From the trailers, it looked like it was going to be a dumpster fire compared to the game, so I didn't even bother.
Yeah, I was kind of in the same boat.
Yeah, man.
It was pretty good. I
had
enjoyed
been burnt
it
by many a video game movie or live action adaptation, and I was like, no, not this.
See, I'm glad we all had different answers.
Not like this. Not like this. All right.
It felt good, but it could have been redone better.
Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition.
And then all right. So moving on from live action movies. Well, actually, no. Let's actually keep in tone with live action movies and adaptations.
So we're moving from games to comics now. Marvel is rumored to take over DC Comics.
I don't know how to feel about it.
Yeah, I don't know if this is 100% legit, but it did come from. It's coming from Comic Book News. I don't know how legit. It's claimed that AT&T wasn't happy at all with Dan DiDio's latest attempt at rebooting DC Comics with the upcoming 5G event, aka the 5th generation reboot of DC. Why are they constantly rebooting it?
I get when Marvel makes a new universe, but DC, I swear, reboots more often than Marvel does.
Yeah, I mean,
if Marvel is buying DC, Jesus fucking Christ, there's another one for the mouse.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I'm tired of hearing certain things about comics and comic book movies at this point. I'm just kind of burnt out. Not to the point that I wouldn't that I wouldn't go see certain things, but like I don't know if I would even want Marvel in charge of DC. Like everybody's like, "Oh, Marvel's killing it." And I'm like, "DC does their own thing. Let's let them do their own thing."
I mean, I honestly, I'm a little like
I'm already mad at Marvel because if it's true, and nothing against him, but if they are casting Henry Cavill as Wolverine, I'm already pissed off. Wolverine is not tall.
He is very much the short.
He is 5'3".
I haven't really been paying attention to that stuff as of recent. On a lighter note, obviously, I see on that article, Marvel did announce that they are having Ultraman. They're doing an Ultraman comic, which is kind of interesting and
I'm
weird.
looking forward to that. I am looking forward to what's coming out in the MCU. Like there's stuff coming up in the MCU that I'm looking forward to. Just seeing Kumail just ripped as fuck makes me want to see. It makes me kind of curious about what's going on with the Eternals.
I don't know. I would not like Spider-Man and Batman to ever meet. I want DC to be its own universe.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying that. No, what would be rumored is that Marvel would take over for DC, but they wouldn't cross over.
Yeah.
I don't think Batman and Spider-Man would get along at all. Spidey's too much of a motor mouth.
Yeah.
On top of that, Batman, I mean, they're both scientists.
Also, Gotham and New York are not the same. Yeah.
Yeah, Gotham is like closer to Detroit,
right now,
I believe.
What's really fucked up is Spider-Man would probably not last a night in Gotham. Peter Parker would die.
Yeah. I mean, I've always said that I like Marvel heroes more, but DC villains are more fucking...
Yeah, DC villains are brutal. There is no way Spider-Man would last against the Joker.
Yeah, I mean,
we're not even talking about like the actual intelligent shit like Brainiac.
I would say Scarecrow would fuck.
God, you think I'm sorry if you guys thought the shit that you saw in Spider-Man 2 with what Mysterio did to Peter was dark. Scarecrow would break that boy's mind.
I would never want the live action series to cross over.
What I would like from the live action stuff to cross over would straight up be I need Spider-Man and Deadpool in my movie right the fuck now.
That's literally...
I need a Spidey Pool movie right the F now. Because DC hires the right writers to make some of their stories edgy as fuck. I mean, sir, it depends on who the comic is. Not everything has to be edgy. I think the problem is that because the Dark Knight trilogy did so well, everybody thought that DC needed to be edgy. No! Certain characters need to be edgy. The Batman characters always need to be dark and edgy and brooding. Always. That's because that's the environment that they live in. That's the world that they come from. Superman is a Boy Scout. Like, guys, if you haven't seen the new one, and just staying in the DC vein for a second, if you haven't seen the new animated movie, Red Sun, even in motherfucking Russia or the USSR, even in the Soviet Union, Kal-El is still a fucking Boy Scout. It's just he's a Boy Scout who believes in communism, but he's still a damn Boy Scout. That's just how it is. That's who and what he is. And oh my God, Russian Batman, scary as fuck. That's all I'm saying.
Russian Batman is fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
I heard a lot of people have complaints about the Red Sun movie, but it's
an alternate universe. Shut the fuck up. Oh my God. Jesus.
It's been a thing for forever.
Yeah,
no. They're complaining that it doesn't follow the actual comic.
Oh, okay. Well,
that's
you can't put the entire comic into a 2-hour movie and make it fit appropriately. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, no.
Like, there was no
that they weren't complaining that Superman was communism. They were complaining like there was some stuff in the comic book that
they cut out.
Yeah.
Again, that comes down to the restrictions of doing a 2-hour movie, and like I don't know if they were allowed to do it rated R or whatnot. Like, so there's different guidelines you kind of have to fall under when you move from one medium to another, and there's gonna be things that get lost. And you know what? I mean, just it is what it is.
So then the other.
In Mother Russia, Superman kills Stalin. That's how that works.
All right. So. I think we talked enough about DC.
Yeah, I've already moved on. So Modest Brewing, which is a corporation that I was unaware of until recently, they're a New England IPA. They are making tabletop beers.
Oh my
or
god!
IPAs.
I need to show this to my. I need to show this to my roommate.
So Astrid Divine, Human Paladin. So what's really funny is on the front you get like a picture, and then you get the like tabletop on the side, and then you get like actual character stats on the back. Are you seeing this?
Yeah, I pulled up the site. It is fucking. I love these cans.
I love it.
All right, then we've
I'm all
got
about this.
Fizz, Human Wizard, who is true neutral apparently. A lawful good for what's her name. We keep going down. Oh, okay. So I think that's that's everything. They only showed 2 of them. Okay.
Damn, I wanted to know the rogue.
Yeah,
and
I wanted to know more too. I saw ramen on the table, and that was the important thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm really okay. So we get looks like we get a rogue and a bard as well, but they showed off the wizard and the paladin. So there we go so far. And I'm unaware. Actually, I think this is the one that they're actually showing the tabletop thing for. I think that's also the bard. Yeah, that's also the bard. It's the same color scheme. So we accept money, gold, and credit. In fact, we accept your whole wallet or bag of holding. That's cute. What about Banana Man, Spider-Man?
I didn't get a chance to post this, but D&D Wizards just announced the next book for D&D.
Ooh.
It's continuing. It's not adding more. It's adding more Magic the Gathering stuff to 5e.
Walker,
so I'm a little.
Yeah.
You're not going to be surprised. I mean, no, I know you're not going to be surprised because I talked to you about this. Fel, you're not going to be surprised. I made a new character in D&D Beyond.
What did you make?
He is a 12th level monk and 8 levels of barbarian.
Who is it?
All Might.
Oh my god.
I made All Might. I fucking made All Might. It's beautiful. I had to actually go out and research for like specific things. So I did not know that All Might was actually 49 years old. In his muscle form, he is over 500 pounds and he is 7'2".
That is ridiculous.
Yes! Yes, it is! But I made All Might as a D&D character, and you know what? I will show it off right the F now. Oh god,
well,
no!
I
have to open up a different thing because I didn't save him to my. Okay, go to my creations real quick. I'll show him off in a second, guys.
So, would you drink any of those beers?
Hell yeah, I would.
Yeah. Okay, I would too.
Yeah, absolutely.
How about one of these
Without
streams? We all
hesitation.
buy one of them.
I'm not even a beer person, and I would buy one of those. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. All Might.
I don't see him on screen yet, but I'll
You'll
wait.
see him in a second. You will definitely see him in a second.
Oh boy.
Yep. Mom, where are our Mom, where are our beers? We were playing with those empty cans. Okay. He's got a +5 strength, +2 dex, +4 con, +5 wisdom, and a +1 charisma. And the only reason he has a +4 con is because I gave him a amulet of health. Otherwise, I didn't realize that the amulet of health would bump him 100 hit points. I just was like, I'll probably give him like 25 or 50 because I was at 99 and I was like, I'm at least going to be over 100 at level 20.
Jeez.
Didn't do too
So
bad. +6 proficiency, 60 speed bonus, or walking speed 60, armor of 7, AC of 17, a +2 initiative. But this is where it really comes in. He's got, not only does he have the attacks that a level 8 barbarian would get with rage, but he also has all those monk feats, so he has attacks for days.
Oh my god.
Attacks for days, sir. And his wisdom is so high. The reason his wisdom is maxed out is because the attacks that you would use in place of like certain smashes, like Detroit Smash, require wisdom.
Oh my god.
Yes,
All right.
he is the wisest of all barbarians. It is beautiful.
right.
I have declared it so. All
So-
right. So back to the other side of gaming. Back to the brewery.
Yeah, back to...
was
I
thinking
would
you
be
guys
down
find
for
that
having an
hilarious.
episode that each one of us gets a flavor and tries it.
I'd be
I'm
down.
serious.
I mean,
I'm serious.
here's the thing. I'm not big on IPAs, so to me, it's all gonna take. Like, to be fair, I'm not big on beer at all. I'm gonna have to chase it down. with
So
actual
maybe
liquor.
it would be
But
a
I would
Mia
try it.
Walker
But I would
special
try
that
it.
we just
No, but I would try it. I would join you guys. I would try it.
Yeah.
Drinking beer and geeking out. Yes.
Oh,
please.
Calvin would
I'll
want to
it.
join us.
Yeah, I like that Calvin's on board for this. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. Why have we not? All right, here's the real question. Why have we not added Calvin to anime and stuff yet?
I don't know.
I feel like this is such a missed opportunity.
I mean, especially with his smooth.
His smooth, silky voice.
Yeah. But we'll discuss. I mean, I'm down for trying it. If it's available in stores, I would grab one of the beers and try it on.
Available in a store near you.
If it is, or if it's one of those you have to order online.
Calvin, an invite was sent to you on Discord. Get your butt in here.
So
I don't know why it took
is
so
there
long
any
for us
more?
to add you.
I don't geek off. Shut up, Calvin, and get in here.
Shut up, Calvin. I don't geek out enough to be a good member of the group. We didn't ask for your opinion. We said get in here.
So what's the next topic? Well,
We'll
or-
ask for Calvin. We'll ask for your opinion when you join the call. Which is absolutely true. Which is absolutely
I
true.
wonder how playable these characters actually fucking are.
Okay, so going back to the getting away from the stuff and heading back to anime. Let me finish cooking first. No, I'm a super fan, and I gotta say I freaking love Log Horizon Abridged. Thank you, David Thorpe. All right, so if you guys weren't aware, I've been aware of this for about a year and a half, but that's mostly because I know some of the people that work at Crunchyroll, and I couldn't talk about it. But we're getting Crunchyroll originals. I'm not gonna lie, a lot of these are manhwa. A lot of these are coming from it's Crunchyroll teaming up with freaking
Webtoon
Webtoon.
and a couple other
couple
online.
That's how they're
Yeah,
getting. That's how they're getting Tower of God and the God of High School, which are two
Dude,
amazing series. If you have not checked them out,
Oh, guys,
yes.
you guys need to see Inspector. It is so fuck.
Oh, I've been
Actually,
watching
that's why-
Inspector.
I it's why I was a little bit late for the meeting. I was watching it because I was
This
catching
man.
up with a friend.
Mm-hmm.
We were behind 2 episodes.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
What?
By the way, if anyone has not watched it already, a long time ago, Webtoon actually released like an animated opening for God of High School. It is choice.
If we had found an artist if we had found an artist, a really good artist that we thought could crank stuff out on the weekly, I would have put Infinity's Light Up without any audio on Webtoon and done an audio only version that we would have linked up with for YouTube. That would have been that was like initially my goal before we decided. to
Honestly, a
start
lot of
stuff
these new
after.
ones are gonna look great. To be
Yeah,
honest.
so we've got Inspector, Tower of God, Onyx Equinox, the God of High School, Noblesse, Meiji Gekken Sword and Gun, Freak Angels, and High Guardian Spice coming up. All of these are the
High Guardian
originals.
Spice is the one that had a lot of controversy, if I
Really?
remember right.
Really?
But that's like, I forget what the whole issue was, but it.
Noblesse is gonna be a bleach to adapt properly. Well, I mean, we'll see. I shall inspect Inspector then, because that sounds cool. So how long have these been out? Have they been out? Like, are they coming out now or?
They're
Inspector,
coming out progressively. Like Inspector dropped a while ago.
Okay.
it's up to episode 8.
Yeah, Tower of God, I believe, is going to be the first one they bring in of the
Clearly,
imports,
yeah,
and then
I heard everybody talking about Tower of God. I heard the big anime reviewers doing that. And guys, really quickly, just to point out, if you have Verve, you're already gonna get all this stuff anyway, because Verve and Crunchyroll are the same, because Crunchyroll is responsible for Verve. They created Verve.
yeah.
Yeah. So if you have Verve, you're getting the Crunchyroll originals as well. So make sure to go and look those up on your Verve account if you have it. Moving on. Because I didn't really have a lot to say about this one. It was just kind of neat info to share.
Yeah.
Star Wars: The High Republic.
I did
Hell
not get
yeah.
Thoughts?
What is it? What is it? Because I actually have not been able to watch.
Star Wars: The High Republic. Well, it's not out.
It's
Star Wars: The High
their next phase of stuff that they want to do, and it's supposed to take 1,000 years in the past from the Skywalker
200.
saga. 200 years.
200 years before the
Okay.
Star Wars saga. So it's going to
Okay.
be
So it's going to be based on like the Knights of the Old Rebellion then?
no,
No, that's 1,000
because
years in the past.
Old Republic took place like 3,000 years before the Battle of Yavin. This will be just 200 years before the Skywalker saga, so 200 years before Episode 1.
And it's
Ooh,
not
wow.
just supposed to, and it is supposed to be about a specific group of Jedi.
Yeah,
And
it's like 6 or 7 Jedi, I believe.
operating in the Outer Rim while the Republic is still pretty small, nowhere near as big as they were in Anakin's heyday.
I
Yeah.
already like the feeling I'm getting from the chat on it. Jeez.
Oh yeah, real good stuff. High Republic is gonna be pure trash, is what Gil said. Noblesse is gonna okay. So yeah,
I would wait because like
let's give it a chance, mostly because I would like to see what because this is what Lucasfilm has been wanting to do. It definitely felt like they like a lot of the people that when they got rid of the old shit did not want to get rid of did not want to fuck with the Skywalker saga and wanted to go and do their own thing, which I honestly think they should have done from the get-go. Is just do the Skywalker is like not really mess with the Skywalker saga. If you wanted to have Luke doing stuff, I mean, you could have easily have done that.
they really could.
There's so much stuff. Like, come on, we would have killed to have a live action Mara Jade, and and there should have been Ben Skywalker, not Ben Solo. But I mean, I get that not a lot of people like the Yuzhan Vong, but that arc. But come on, there was so much good shit in the expanded universe that was out there before. Without the it's the expanded universe without the expanded universe. I mean, it depends on how the writers angle it. I mean, and from the sound of things, here's the other thing about the High Republic. It's sounding more and more like the people involved are more Dave Filoni and less of it sounds like High Republic is more Dave Filoni and less what's her name? The chick that's currently in charge of Star Wars. Kathleen Kennedy. So it feels more Dave Filoni and less Kathleen Kennedy.
Is Dave Filoni the one who pushed for the Mandalorian?
Dave Filoni is the one who did the
Clone Wars and Rebels.
Clone Wars, Rebels, and yes, also The Mandalorian.
Okay, so then honestly, trust his shit.
Yeah, I trust Dave Filoni. And Dave Filoni, we trust. I mean, even all right. Freddie Prinze Jr. caught some flack for for a giant Star Wars rant he went on, but one of the things he said was that essentially because of how closely George worked with him, that Dave Filoni is the real successor to George Lucas, and I'll buy that. Like, I absolutely. High Repub is going to be the exact opposite of all the Kathleen Kennedy. No Dave. Yay, no Daving here. We're not Daving with you. It's the exact opposite of the Kathleen Kennedy shit. This is honestly a lot of the stuff that Disney really wanted them to tell in the Star Wars universe. Original stories that don't involve the Skywalkers, that we don't have to get tied down in. Like, I want new characters and new stuff. Let's do this. I'm all for it, man. And I think this is not supposed to be, and this is like all forms of media. This isn't just like movies. This is comics. This is games. This is books. This is Disney Plus shows. This is,
Yeah.
you know, and it's not theater shit. And honestly, they straight up said they're not going to do Star Wars movies in theaters for a while. It's going to be a long while before we get that. And you know what? I'm okay with that. I'm absolutely okay with that. It's gonna be the next Mass Effect Andromeda. Woo! Don't slam, guys. Don't jump onto the hate wagon for Star Wars just yet. Let's give them the benefit of the doubt because this is definitely not the same team. And I mean, honestly, my personal opinion is my personal opinion, but I think that JJ should have been involved in the entire trilogy that happened, and then maybe we wouldn't have been playing cleanup after the second movie. With the third, and we could have actually had one long, nice, coherent story that everybody could have jumped onto and enjoyed the new characters with. But yeah, I think the biggest hurdle with the trilogy that just ended was the amount of pressure and expectation because we were bringing back the original characters. I honestly, even if it was a by the numbers kind of episode 4 reclone, episode 7 was good. And that's the only one I'll give. I thought that episode 9 was fun. There were moments in episode 8 that I was okay with, but the writing was kind of all over the place. I definitely felt that the dialogue between the characters in episode 9 was a lot more fun and sounded more natural. But I mean, yeah, I can understand where people are having problems with it that don't like episode 9, just in the same way I can see people that don't I can see a lot of problems in episode 8 that a lot of people had.
Yeah.
This way they can blend outward and avoid canon overlap that some of the writers haven't contributed to, thusly avoiding said cleanup issues. Exactly, David. So just give it the benefit of the doubt, guys. I'm gonna be just give it the benefit of the doubt for now. We'll see how things work out. I remain hopeful for the Star Wars universe.
We need a break from the movie.
We need a break from the movies, and so long as we keep like a specific, if Dave Filoni becomes the records keeper of like all the stories that are going on, kind of like how Kevin Feige is for Marvel, or was for at least Marvel at that point. If we can get to that point, I think we'll be all good.
Yes.
I'm no Dave. I'm a David, and I evolved, improved, intelligent model.
I mean,
to be
that's
fair,
not really.
to be fair, just because you went from a 0 to a 1 doesn't mean there's that much improvement. I mean, a Dave is still a Dave. Whether you add the ID to it or not, a Dave is a Dave. All right, so moving on.
Last thing I'll say about this, I would love to see Tython.
Oh, that would be cool. Yeah.
Tython would be great.
Yep. Okay. Destiny 2 players quit over a recent change. I've listened to and I've watched and I've read the stuff that is going on. With Trials of Osiris is coming back. For those of you who play Destiny, Trials of Osiris is coming back. One of the major things that was an issue is that because gear level and power level means something in Trials, they were going to have the artifact involved in that, and then they took the artifact away, so it's only your gear score, and that makes things a lot easier because some people can level up their artifacts insanely fast while others can't because they can't spend as much time playing Destiny, and we get that. So they removed that, but they also put a limit on infusion of certain weapons and gear up to 15 to 18 months, and people are saying that's a bunch of shit. And I'm like, no, dude, when you come out with newer, better gear, you should be able to rock that newer, better gear. Like, it makes sense. It makes sense that the stuff that you got gear wise like a year and a half ago is not going to be the same as the shit that you pick up like new. Like, it should be better. That's how game progression works. And there are people getting mad and saying they're going to quit Destiny for that. And if those kind of people want to leave Destiny, then fuck them. They should leave. That's my thoughts on it.
All it means is that you can't use your gear in new event.
Yeah, it just means you can't use your gear in new events. Now, you can straight up still accessorize your gear, any new piece of gear that you put on. If you want it to look a certain way, they still have that set up. So, guys, this just feels like a lot of bitching about nothing. A much ado about nothing. Any other thoughts? Because that was basically where I was going with that.
Yeah, no, honestly, I mean, I watched the video with it.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I don't think it's something to worth being that angry.
Yeah, I
know-
don't. I think if you guys want to watch, I
It's new.
would suggest checking out this video that Cactus put out. Go check out Rick Cactus's channel. Support him. He does a really good job of breaking this down and makes it.
The original thing that they posted did upset a lot of people.
Yeah,
But they did.
but they did go back, which was they went back on the artifact thing, and I'm okay with that. Some people just need to get good. Yeah, right? Okay, last but not least, Borderlands 3's second DLC was announced. It's coming out later this month. And, or is it May? Was it announced as May or March? Fuck, I always get those confused. All right, anyway, the important part is that Gage is going to be in it.
That's exciting.
Yeah, Gage is going to be in it. It is about the wedding between Jacobs and Hammerlock.
Yeah, guns, love, and tentacle.
Guns, love, and tentacles, and it's about the wedding of Jacobs and Hammerlock. So there you guys go. It's pretty interesting. They did, if you want to go check it out, they did a panel at PAX East. You can check out the full panel. But when they get to talking about Borderlands and stuff, they actually do a skit. They bring David Wald out to do Jacobs. They bring out Jeremy Lee, who does the voice. Jeremy Lee, who does the voice of Gage, and they have her come back. And so this looks to be friggin' sweet. I can't wait to see it. Gage is now an adult too, and she looks super cool. Like, I like her design. Her design looks pretty awesome. And yes, she does still have Death Trap. Yeah, her Death Trap is still with her. I'm hoping we learn a lot more because we only get the tiniest bit of stuff that happened with her in the Borderlands story. Which reminds me, should I start playing, guys? I'm going to ask you guys right now because y'all might come and check them out. If I start streaming Borderlands 3 on my channel, I have played it. I played it as Amara, but I might play it as a new character. And I haven't played the first DLC, which is Moxie oriented. But if I started playing it on my channel, would you guys be interested? For those of you that actually watch my channel, would you guys be interested in checking that out? Should I play Borderlands 3 for you guys? I'm not a big fan of the story and stuff, but I would play it. The latest hotfixes and patches are promising. Yeah, Handsome Jackpot DLC is great stuff. Yeah, I have the season pass, and I'm like, I might as well not waste that since I have it, you know? So maybe I should play it. Maybe I should stream it. I'm not big on some of the story issues that they had. I honestly think the story for Borderlands 2 was much better than 3. But that doesn't mean that there's not some really cool shit happening in Borderlands 3. I just feel like there were a lot of characters that kind of got sidelined.
Oh, hello there, sir.
Hello there.
Hello. Can I be heard?
Yeah, you can be heard. Everybody, it's Calvin!
Listen to that sweet, sweet velvet.
Listen to that silvery dulcet tones. Main story is shite, but the gameplay is great. DLC's story writing seems to be better planned. Yes! Okay, I'll check out the DLC stuff. All right, so I will play it. Like I said, Like Zoinks Gaming is my channel if you want to check that out. I've got, yeah. That's where I do my gaming stuff. Oh, maybe we'll do some Get the Fell Out for What the Fells, and then we can do like the Halo stuff on just odd days when we have it. Because you know, getting a bunch of us all together to play some silly, ridiculous matches in Halo Reach sounds like a lot of fun.
It does.
Because like you're talking about like 32 player Halo Reach maps.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where you've got like Battleship Barricade, which is like you have to do capture the flag in Falcons and fly over this area where there's a bunch of battleships that have like the missile launcher freaking warthogs on them and a tank. You have to, and they're resting on battleships, and you have to try and capture these flags and take them back to the area. You've also got trench warfare. That like these are mods that people made in Forge for Halo Reach multiplayer on PC.
I love
it. Looks so fun.
Mm.
It looks so fun, and I'm like, there are so many of us on Fat Dog that I know would do this, and we would do this happily. Like, damn, everybody just needs the Master Chief Collection now.
What
That's
we should do?
too bad it's so expensive.
I need to.
We'll
I
talk
need to get it.
Actually, I have
Yes,
a
you do.
crazy
Ah.
talk
You have a
about
crazy
that.
idea?
I have a crazy idea after stream.
All right. Well, first off, let's let me turn the anime and stuff image back on because we're done with the news. So now it's just us chatting. So okay, so this is our chance to go ahead and talk to the audience directly about stuff. And just a heads up, guys, we're not going to be bringing any audience members in on the show. We're trying to keep that 100% just us. But Calvin, I need to get an image for you soon so I can add you to this list. And the images for all of us, like I've got Menu, Eva's got her character, Fell's got his face, Walker's got his icon. We need one for you.
I don't have one.
All right, so we need to get an image for Calvin. Let's get on it, ladies and gentlemen. We need to get an icon image for Calvin. You are now the newest member of Anime and Stuff.
Sweet.
I hereby dub it so. You have been knighted.
Kick ass.
All right. So this is just a chance for us to sit down and chat with you guys about stuff. What did you think about the My Hero movie? Haven't seen it. Either of them. Haven't seen any of them.
I need to. I want to go see the.
I'm gonna sound like such a manga purist, but I had no interest in going out and watching the movies because I was like, I read the manga. I'm cool.
Apparently, the movie's supposed to spoil some stuff in the future.
Well, I'm current with the manga, so if it spoils, if it hasn't spoiled anything that's happened in the manga yet, I would be mad. But if it's already happened in the manga, then there we go. You monster. I mean, I could swallow a bottle of alcohol in a... Like, if you call me a monster, I'm just going to turn into Godzilla. Fire. Blood on the carpet, Louis V carpet. Blood on the dance floor, Louis V carpet. Yep, man. I'm not about to bust into the Godzilla challenge. I'm not that good. Alrighty.
What a Godzilla challenge? What?
Oh, you haven't heard of this?
Yeah.
There's a Godzilla
No.
challenge. It's about all right in the song Godzilla by Eminem. He raps his last verse incredibly fast, and the Godzilla challenge is trying to rap as fast as Eminem did when he did his
Oh
verse.
my god! Okay.
Yeah,
No.
that's the Godzilla challenge. And believe it or not,
Part of
there's
me
people
wants
that
to
can do it.
part of me wants to try that because I was able to get pretty far in the Busta Rhymes is Look at Me Now challenge,
I'll
but this
play
is
it.
like 3 steps up.
I will play it for you guys. I will play it for you guys when we're not live because I don't want
Yeah.
copyright issues. All right.
You know what? You know what's another thing we need to do?
So here's the other thing I wanted to talk with you guys in the audience about, because this is also an audience choice. I'm sorry, I needed to stay on topic real quick.
Yeah, that's fine.
Interviews, because you did send me that thing, and we did talk to her, and there's a couple of people we could probably get a hold of. And I don't want to do, here's the thing, the template is, yes, guys, you can ask questions, you can ask general questions in the chat, and we will do Q&A that way. But also, I just want to hang out and be nerdy with a lot of our guests. I want to talk to them not as interviewer actors, but just like, kind of,
Just chewing the fat.
Just general basic shit. It's like, so I heard you like this. Let's talk about this. Like, let's find out what some of their favorite topics are, and let's nerd out about that shit. Or like, oh my god, if we get Ian Sinclair on, I want to talk to that motherfucker about food. I want to talk about food with him. And then I want to try and schedule ourselves a chance when we're down in Texas to meet up with him and have some food with him because everybody at Funimation has told me that Ian Sinclair can cook like a motherfucker. And I'm like, I want.
You know who I would love to get on as a guest? Just because I know he's such a big nerd. He was at my store a couple weeks ago.
Sabbath's
Back
pretty
in
fun.
December. Sabbath would be good, but not
Sabbath's
Sabbath.
really fun. No, Sabbath's really
I'm
fun.
talking the voice of a million. Ricard.
We could probably swing John Swayze. I don't know why, but like he's one of the coolest, easiest people to get a hold of. Fat Dog interviews Samuel L. Jackson. Motherfucker, that ain't happening.
I wish.
I mean, I would gladly spend an hour talking with him about hentai and shit.
I actually am interested. What was his first anime?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Like-
Motherfucker, I would love to get a hold of Samuel L. Jackson. Who is his fucking agent?
Oh, someone recognized who I was talking about. Thank you.
Rico Ferrero. He seems so sweet.
Yes.
Okay.
He's also the one that told me about the story.
I'm gonna get the TFS guys
Slime.
on. I want to get the TFS guys on. Just do an interview about like,
Yeah.
hey, so what do you guys got going on? You know, what have been some of the cool things that have happened to you over the course of a bridging? And hey, let's just shoot the shit. Here's some things that I've learned. Are these also some things? And, you know, I'd love to just sit down a bridger to a bridger and talk, and then just person to person and be like, what has been like one of the best foods that you've? I don't know why, but it always goes back to food for me, because that seems like a safe, like food seems like a safe topic to talk about in terms that are more personal and not something that gets talked about a lot. But I would love to talk to Lanny, Taka, or Scott, Nick, Scott, and Curtis about like just the general shit. I would love to sit down and talk to Curtis about like advice, like mental health advice, because he's been going through some serious shit. He's been going through some serious shit over the years, and I'm like, what is some advice you would give? You know, that would be
Taka.
beautiful.
I would love.
That would be awesome.
Taka, I would love to sit down and just talk even D&D with him.
I would love to have just a serious convo with Taka. Like it's one thing that, yes, we all get that he's funny, but like so many of you don't understand just like how like some of the shit that he goes through. Like he has high anxiety, and it's an important thing to talk about because people have a lot of mental pressure and stuff. And one of the biggest reasons why I don't audition for as much shit as I probably should have, even when friends ask me to audition, like it took me a while, even though I know I can sing, it took me a day and a half to convince myself that I should sing for a project that Eva was putting together, because my anxiety was talking me out of it the entire time and telling me I'm not good enough. That's why you don't hear me voice a lot of stuff or audition for a lot of stuff for Fat Dog, because I give in to my anxiety a lot of the time. And whether you think I'm a good voice actor or not, there's a large portion of my brain that has convinced me that I'm an absolutely shit actor, or that I'm no good, or that I can't do this voice. And a lot of the time, that stuff wins. So trust me when I say this.
Anxiety is no joke, man.
Trust me when I say this, it sounds like I have a giant ego, and I undoubtedly do, but it is only trumped in size by the amount of anxiety that I have. If my ego could fill a city, my anxieties could fill the planet. That's kind of how it feels. So that's an important topic I would like to sit down and discuss, because I don't think we as voice actors or directors or any of that stuff talk about this. Like, okay, everybody in this call can tell you. Everybody in this call can tell you that I have been nothing, like, especially the last 3 months of last year. I was a ball of stress, and I'm sure I caused nothing but unending stress for everybody, and I apologize. But like, it was a stressful time, because we had, you're talking October, November, and December. So October was getting episodes out, getting ready for AWA, doing AWA, and then trying to get LHA 8 and Goblin Slayer out. And like, we were hoping to do another Christmas special thing. We'll get to it. But there were a bunch of things. But to Calvin, Walker, Fell, and anybody else that I had to work with over there, I am sorry if I was an extra amount of pressure or stress to you guys. But I guarantee you, any kind of pressure that you felt off of me, multiply it by cancer. That's what I was feeling.
It's okay. But yeah, I mean, honestly, I would like to bring on more guests to talk.
I would love to.
As much as like the news is fun and all, I think like there's also just so much news that we can't cover it all, and in like every 2 weeks.
Yeah, man. I would love to use some of my old contacts and stuff. It's like this, guys. Here's the thing: if we started bringing on started bringing on people from the industry to do interviews and things like that, and talked with them about like writing and directing and things like that, if we started doing that, would you guys spread the word? Because that's the important thing. You'd be surprised at how far word of mouth can bring people.
I wonder. After this show, I want to talk to someone.
Yeah, there's a couple of people that I think we could probably get a hold of. I'd like to get a hold of. I'll have to email Scott, and see if he's still working at Funimation, because he was my old contact when I was doing stuff for. When I was doing stuff for the Fairy Tale podcast, maybe we can start getting people on. I'd like to talk to Caitlin Glass. Oh God, if we got anybody from My Hero on, it's basically
Or
over.
Slime.
Well, no, we probably could get Brittany Karbowski, and I think we could. I think we might be able to swing Milim as well. Kristen McGuire.
Oh my
knows,
God.
Like, what's really funny is a lot of these voice actors, they're like, I know you from Twitter, but how else do I know you? And I was like, you know me from a friend. And they're like, who do I know that knows? Who is your friend? And I'm like, Naru. And they're like, oh my God, Naru, because she's been their handler for so much stuff. Yes, you want that now? Absolutely. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I'd want to talk a couple of my buddies. They're pretty involved in several communities. They aren't big fish, but they could at least throw out feelers. Well, here's the cool thing, David. I
saw Salty.
I don't want to just talk about voice actors as well. It's not just voice actors that I want to talk about. What did Fell do? What is the thing that Fell did?
He did.
No, what did Rick do? What did Rick do?
He got me Star Wars.
Oh Lord.
He got you. There you go, Walker. It happened. He got the Old Republic now. Or KOTOR. He got KOTOR. Oh, dear Lord. Okay,
Excellent.
Guys. All right. So it's not just voice actors, even though that's important. A lot of the voice actors that I want to talk to them about like some of the other stuff that they do, like directing. You know, talk to them about like, hey, what kind of theater stuff? What plays are you into? Especially if you talk to them about writing, because I do acting, but I also do. I love doing theater. I miss doing theater. I love doing improv. We need to get a Fat Dog improv group together at some point, even if we're just goofing around. I'd love to do that. And clearly we're experts at improv. We improv every show we do.
Yes.
we have a mild form of structure, and then we go. But which is essentially improv. You get a mild structure and then you just go. But I would also like to talk to people that are making stuff. Like there are plenty of like English mangaka out there that are making some really cool shit. I need to get in touch with Odunze again and have an interview with him. He does a series called Apple Black. And
Ooh, yes.
That needs to be hit up more. Like we really do need to talk to him about that. And yeah, I need to get in touch with him again and be like, hey man, you go on Discord, because I want to hit you up on Discord and get an interview with you. It's just trying to find a time. If would we want to have the interviews live or pre-recorded? That's the question. I think live would probably be
live
best.
would be great, but if
But how would that go?
We'll take it as it comes,
Would we have to start the shows earlier, because we wouldn't be doing it at 8 p.m. Eastern anymore? We'd have to wait till we'd have to either do them early. Yeah, no, we'd have to do them earlier if we're doing interviews and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, we're not back to Sonic Talk. We're just talking about like, should we do interviews? What's the setup process going to be like? And we're doing this just to kind of have full transparency about stuff. We could have just ended the call a little, or ended the stream a little while ago, but we want to get the audience's input when it comes to interviews and stuff. So Fel, I'm making you the clerk on this one. Would you write down some of the ideas that were put out in the chat? Guys, if you want to throw out some suggestions over who you think we should talk to and get interviews with. Keep in mind that while we may grab up your person, we may not necessarily talk to them about the topics that you want to. So if we pull in a bridger, we may not talk to them purely about abridging stuff. We may just be shooting the shit with them and nerding out about a bunch of shit. Like, literally, I think we could nerd out about like with a lot of Team 4-star people, we could just nerd out about anime in general and be like, hey, what's the most recent thing that you guys have watched? You know, what has been the most recent thing you've seen that's really pulled on your heartstrings and stuff like that. Okay, we will do our best to talk to Taka. And it's Takahata, not Hada. Rick. Nerding out is always good. But I mean, again, we may nerd out on topics that aren't necessarily the ones that you had in mind. I don't want to just constantly talk about the stuff that they're doing, because a lot of the guests, you already know what they're doing. That's why they're on. But yeah, you suffered from PTSD and accident where you suffered from fear of glass/broken glass for 10 years and walking around shopping. Oh, shopping centers freaked you out. Holy shit. I can imagine that sucked. Holy crap.
I think the point is just to do.
All right,
it's
guys.
just one of those that we want to make them feel comfortable and not always just like they want to nerd out about stuff.
We want to talk about the things that they want to talk about too. Like if your guest, if your guest is comfortable and they get to talk about stuff that they don't normally get to talk about, and they get to nerd out about shit. It's like, we want to have kind of a free form show. There's not going to be a lot of rules to our interviews. There weren't a lot when we did interviews on freaking I'd rather it be free form. If you want your super set up interviews, go watch them. There are channels for that. You know, the Wired autocomplete interview or Undercover Online or whatever the different major groups are doing. But like, go check those out. Free form is always better. I think so too. And that's
Absolutely.
the whole point of these. Yeah. And we're essentially like a live podcast in its own little way.
We really are. I mean, we talk about all sorts of stuff.
Like when I say freeform, all that we have is like the topics that we talk about, and then it's like, okay, what do we do? And I just basically have to watch the clock and make sure we're not going too overboard on time.
God.
That's basically it. Also, he's been pretty quiet, thank God. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to catch you up on this, and since I think you asked earlier, Fel, I'll go ahead. Toby is quote-unquote sick. He's been coughing most of the day. We don't know why. We went to one of the animal...
When he was sick, I got worried.
We went to one of the animal clinics, and they were just like, yeah, it could be he had something in his throat, but we didn't see anything in his throat. And Toby doesn't like to have his mouth opened, and he doesn't like us to try and look in his mouth. So Toby's not a fan of that, so we couldn't have told anyway. We're not 100%, but we gave him 2 Benadryl because they said we could, and he's been kind of okay since. I mean, other than him coughing, and like he coughs a lot, and because of that, he's like kind of spitting up a little. He's not throwing up, he's just spitting up. But because he's coughing so much, you know, but he hasn't coughed in a while, and it comes and goes in like little bursts. We're hoping that, you know, it's something that will go away. If it persists into tomorrow, we're gonna take him to the vet.
Okay.
And God only knows how much that's gonna cost, so I may have to do fundraising on my channel. But that's what's going on with Toby the Bark right now. I've got like 100 and something on my account, but for some reason my card has stopped working in some way, and I don't know why. So, yeah, I'll have to take a look at that. The anime and novel is all pretty good. Okay. So, guys, if you've got recommendations for people we should interview, please post those names so Fel can get those names down.
Post them in the chats down in the comments or wherever I can see it, because I will be nabbing those.
Yes. All that jazz. Please do that.
All right. Is there anything else?
I think that's everything at this point.
Okay.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Good.
Yeah.
Now we got business.
Good.
Hell yeah. Now we got business.
Do.
Oh, wow. People in Texas that I know, please be safe.
Oh, what's happening in Texas?
Coronavirus now in Texas.
Oh, we had an outbreak here in Arizona, but that was like weeks ago.
Yeah, there's some.
Ay. All right. Any more? Do we need to do any more plugins or?
I think we're good.
All right. So we will see you guys. Well, see you guys if you guys are gonna see What the Fell. I'll see you guys Wednesday. We'll see you guys for the next anime and stuff in 2 weeks.
Yeah. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Bye.